Is the debacle brought on by Harry and Meghan the latest crisis for His Royal Highness Prince Charles? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. That is one of the royal stories breaking out of a very cloudy and dark London today. Thank you as ever for joining me. Now, the bigger problem for Prince Charles is not all of the ongoing family battles as we've seen. He's lost close aides, people resigning, all that sort of stuff. Then, of course, he's had to deal with his youngest son, Prince Harry, basically trashing him across the world on international television and being made a mockery even at the Emmys by an entertainer called Cedric. Never heard of him, not very big over here. But of course, Prince Charles is big worldwide and now he's facing another fresh battle. But what is it? Now, the big problem for Prince Charles is, where he is, of course, the Prince of Wales in Wales, is that major signs have been popping up around all the major cities. And the reason being is apparently these posters are saying, Prince Charles, Prince of Wales, Wales doesn't need a prince. This has all been funded by the anti-monarchists, right? Now, as we know, Prince Charles does a lot for Wales, not just the fact that he is the Prince of Wales, but lots of people go there on the back of that. Simply, he's great for tourism, as are the rest of the British monarchy. But this has been funded by the anti-monarchists who've decided, given the latest outburst by even close family members, that perhaps it's time to ditch the monarchy. Now, a lot of royal courtiers here back in London, particularly at Kensington Palace and Clarence House, are saying, well, this has all been stemmed from the terrible situation that major senior members of the British royals have been put into, all thanks to the explosive interview which truly did kick off with Harry and Meghan at the beginning of this year, well, March actually. And when you think about it, it does make sense. A lot of the problems that have ensued, and that's parking Prince Andrew to one side, but the rest of them, the negativity, really did break, well, a lot of people's mindset, if you like, against the royals. Simply because it sort of opened up everything that people shouldn't know. These are private family matters. Now, for Prince Charles himself, he was planning and does remain to revisit Wales in the very near future. We'll tell you more about that soon. But what they want to be sure of course, is that Prince Charles is welcomed in the valleys, as it were. And they do not want to see these huge posters up and around that area saying Prince Charles is not welcome and Wales doesn't need a prince. Now, it's easy to say, well, are Harry and Meghan truly to blame? But let's not forget, for over an hour and a half on international television in over 90 countries, they were given a platform to attack the very thing, particularly for Prince Harry, the very thing that was the backbone, not just of his family, but of his whole life structure. And a lot of people must wonder, what on earth was he thinking? None more so than I would imagine His Royal Highness Prince Charles, Prince Harry's father. Neil Sean in the heart of London.